Oh, there's about to be some traumatic incoming, that's for sure. What's up, chooms? It's your boy, Lukael. Welcome back to Cyberpunk 2077. This is episode 25. So in the last episode, we followed up with the Perales, who are, it turns out, being brainwashed by some unknown entity, organization, not so sure. But we decided to inform Jeff about it to give him a fighting chance, which prompted Elizabeth to block us and not want to talk to us anymore. I really hope we haven't seen the last of that questline and that we get to help them in the future. We also had the meeting at Judy's apartment with Maiko and her doll friends, and so we're preparing to take Clouds back from the Tiger Claws. We followed up with Stevenson and his crucifixion questline, which was kind of strange. And then we also finally had the meeting with Takemura. So I don't know what we'll be doing today, but I'm excited to find out. So thank you so much for joining me as always, and without any further ado, let's jump right in. Alright, so here we are exactly where we stopped right after doing this little side gig for Wakako, and we're in the process of waiting for Takemura's call. Well. Hello, V. Wakako Okada, you do not think she will betray us? What, she doesn't charm you anymore, having doubts? You have nothing to worry about, unlike me. Where are you? I mean, I do worry that she might betray us, but... You only have to look at her, a venomous spider wearing the mask of a nice old lady. But I will not be fooled. If it were not her disdain for Arasaka, she would have sold us out for a handful of pachinko balls. But since she has not, that means she is something even more dangerous, an opportunist. Maybe she simply wants to spear two rats on one stick, and is waiting for the right moment. V, I am in Kabuki. I have two questions. How could anyone call this filthy slum Kabuki? Kabuki is a form of art. I will let you know shortly. Wait, two questions? That was only one question. Let me know if I can be of help. I may take you up on that offer, but for now I will manage alone. Your time will come. Alright, sounds like he's busy with his own thing. I find it really, funny and interesting how Takemura, he's very traditional. You know, he's like this old samurai still living in feudal Japan. When he met with Oda, they're both like, oh, we are very far away from home, you know? They sound like they're from kind of a different era, not just like a different country, because I'm sure not all Japanese people act like that. Like, they sound like they're kind of from feudal Japan or something. But, you know, they fit a very kind of classic archetype for this type of character, like this noble samurai type, which it's fun, even in the future. So, what shall we do today? Ooh, look at that. We have the entry for Hanako. Let's see if we have anything new in our database. And Oda. Look at this guy. Kind of looks more like the frontman of some J-Rock band than a bodyguard. Hanako Arasaka's bodyguard, who also happens to be a cyber ninja trained by Takemura. So he was Takemura's student. Will the student defeat the master? He was supposed to be the key to solving V and Takemura's problems, but only ended up as one more threat among many. During their secret meeting at the docks, he declined their plea for help and gave them one last chance to leave the city. He's never further than a step away from Hanako, so it'll be difficult to reach her. He does look quite dangerous. And here's Hanako herself. Love that she's got like the golden cyber implants. Daughter of Saburo Arasaka and one of the most enigmatic figures in the Arasaka Corporation. Her past is shrouded in secrecy and closely guarded by a team of lawyers prepared to torpedo any journalistic inquiry into her life. The predominant theory about her early life suggests that she was forbidden from leaving the family's residence near Tokyo until she came of age. Only her skills as a netrunner kept Hanako from becoming completely cut off from the outside world. So she's a skilled netrunner. Many also believe that she helped her brother Yorinobu return to the family fold after his infamous rebellion came to a fruitless halt. Although Hanako has never held any official position within the company, the buzz around her involvement in behind-the-scenes corporate scheming continues to grow. That said, separating truth from speculation remains nearly impossible. Rumors about Hanako Arasaka never last long, and neither do the people who spread them. Interesting. She's got quite a unique role in like the puzzle that is Night City, it seems. Is this new? Reputation. By now, fixers in Night City know who to count on. Higher street cred means sweeter gigs, but not everyone will be toasting to your success. Fame brings with it enemies, but as Jackie would have said, ain't got time for no tarot mumbo jumbo shit. Vamos! And you have been damn right. Becoming Johnny Silverhand means absorbing his memories, his goals, and his insanity. Long before you're wiped, you'll stop being you, or maybe your body will die first. Mutually assured destruction. There is going to be some way to stop the process. Okay. So what shall we do? We've got the quest for Panam. We can follow up with River. And we're waiting for Judy's call. Let's go see Panam. It's been a while since she called us, so I think she's waited long enough. Let's go help our girl Pam. I just need to find... Interesting, there's a tarot card there. How many tarot cards am I missing? 4. I'm gonna wait until I have something to do around there. Let's just go to the fast travel. Why do the women walk like that? Game developers, make your women walk normally challenge. To the Aldecaldos we go, and we've got the fast travel right there. Look at that beautiful little reunion. Everyone is having a nice little bonfire in the middle of the night too. How nice. Talk to Panam, Mitch, and Soul. I didn't know they had a fast travel like right in the middle of the camp. Hello. Damn, you let your kids have some eye implants so young? Ugh. This is so nice. You guys like just... You guys just get together and like play some music and gather around the bonfires. I'm telling you, man, the nomad life is probably the best you can hope for in this world.
The rest will stay here in camp. I want patrols every half hour, reporting directly to me.
Are we preparing for a visit from Biotechnica? Or a fourth corporate war?
The Raffins could surprise us at any moment.
You're not blowing this a little out of proportion?
I don't want any more surprises. Besides, we'll look good, aware, prepared.
Did you guys decide to deal with Biotechnica after all?
V, you're here.
Hello.
What is she doing here? I forbade you from even breathing on that Militech convoy, so you call in your friend?
You didn't tell him I was
to do it all
coming?
behind my back? Is that it?
Uh-huh. That's exactly why I had V come and stand right in front of you. Do you think I'm that stupid?
I am starting to wonder.
Damn it to hell, Saul. Are you seriously considering letting that Basilisk slip through our fingers?
I am.
But a chance like this.
A chance at what? Rotting up the job we came here to do? We're pissing Militech off so they hammer us into the dirt right here.
Shit. Panam, can you please tell him?
I've already tried. Let it go, Mitch.
The Biotechnica people will be here in an hour. Try not to cock anything else up before then.
I don't really want to get involved. Like, this is
can't
nomad
believe it.
business.
Look, there he goes, off to paint the grass green.
I thought they weren't doing the Biotechnica thing.
Thought the Biotechnica contract had withered and died.
Saul insists we see it through to the end. To prove the Aldecaldos keep their word.
Crop protection. Who gives a damn about crop protection? All Saul is going to prove is that a corp can walk all over us, and we'll say thank you and ask for more.
What's this Basilisk nonsense?
It's an armored Militech cargo panzer. Junk from back in 2060 or so. They want to peddle it off to a backwoods country, somewhere it can still pass as a technological wonder.
The Militech convoy will take the 101 right past us. Shame not to say hello.
Let me guess, whole thing's your idea?
How did you know?
Saul wouldn't be quite so pissed if it weren't.
I believe V is right. If this had been Saul's idea, he would have seen it as the greatest plan on God's green earth.
Bull. Saul isn't that petty. He's simply a coward. He would rather play it safe, bide his time.
Damn, I thought you guys had made up.
Family.
Looks like you... What am I hearing? So you and Sol are still not getting along? I thought after everything you'd been through, like we'd kind of gotten past this, but I guess not.
This Basilisk worth another fight with Saul.
Yes, a craft like that would finally put us back on the right path.
The family is falling apart. If we fall into this biotechnica rut, no one will ever take us seriously again.
Okay, so you do want to go behind Saul's back. Dragged me here specifically for that.
Cassidy, Ted, Carol, and Bob also on board.
Why Saul got his briefs in a bunch over this Basilisk?
He's afraid Militech will destroy us if we pick a fight with it.
He thinks it's safer to stick with the corporations, like Biotechnica. What a joke.
So
And
you all disagree.
You guys would rather.
We would rather go back to plying the trade we know best. Logistics.
Meaning smuggling.
That's what I said.
It sounds like if the whole clan is opposed to Sol's way of thinking, why don't you just elect like a different leader? Can't you do that?
V,
I did think you guys were getting along.
thought you and Saul had agreed to bury your carbines.
So did I. But it seems that's only true when somebody is trying to kill us.
Exactly. You saved his life. You want to fuck things up all over again now?
I saved his life, yet somehow he still ignores everything I say. So I do believe we have come full circle.
Well, that's not good, but remember when you told me to give you a good kick in the pants? She did say that.
Remember, a while back, told me to give you a solid kick in the pants if I saw you diving in the stupid pool again.
I do, yet that was before our tandem raid on the Raffin camp. I believe you lost your opportunity there.
Nope, different that. Rescue mission. Someone from the family. Now, you're out to plain trick him.
If you plan to lecture me, you can damn well go right now.
Looks like we don't have much of a choice.
And you plan to grab the Basilisk how?
Thanks, V.
Haven't said I'd help just yet.
Okay, let's go talk to the rest.
You gonna go behind his back? The marriage of heaven and hell. The argument. Is this some weird like religious poetry? Oh, it's about like Adam and hell and okay, I don't care about that. I don't care about this stuff, sorry.
So, just the 4 vets on board with the plan. Nobody else.
We didn't bother asking the others.
There was too great a risk someone would take it to Saul.
Besides, only the vets understand what we have to gain by having a Basilisk.
This clan is very
Sounds
divided.
pretty risky to me.
On the contrary, easy as pie. There won't even be much security on the convoy.
You sure about that?
Plus,
Last time you thought
we'll
that,
be
you know what
doing our
happened.
part towards furthering the cause of world peace. Why should this beast wind up being used in some little third world skirmish? We'll make better use of it right here in America.
How patriotic. Last time you thought there would be little defenses. Scorpion
Did you try
died,
to get
remember
Saul
that?
on board again? No luck, huh?
No. Okay, everyone listen. Militech will transport the Basilisk in parts distributed across 2 trucks.
Wait, do I sense a quiver in your voice?
Fuck you! The convoy will halt at the railroad crossing on the 101. We'll attack from behind, then get the hell out and away. Questions? Comments? Motions?
Nice job, Sunshine.
Damn short, sweet, and pertinent. None of that sad sack bullshit Saul likes to tack on.
Panam's got a beef with Saul. I know, but you guys?
Few years back, nobody would have given corporal work a second thought.
We want a good name. We just need good gear and good jobs. And Saul would see that if he pulled his head out of his caboose once in a while.
Again, can't you guys like elect someone else? Wait, let me sit down.
V?
It all seems too perfect to... So it sounds like the whole gang wants to kind of like take chances and face the corpse, but Saul's whole deal is he wants to align with the corpse. But it sounds like most people in the clans don't share that view. I mean, of course I'm going to side with Panam because she's my friend, but it does seem kind of risky. Like, what if the corpse tried back at you and then destroy the clan? Like... Can you guys really stand up to corporations?
Yeah, it's all too easy. Convenient to arrange. The exact tech you need. Coming your way, almost served on a silver platter.
Yes, Saul also claimed it stinks to high heaven.
Intel on the convoy, where'd you get it?
Carol hacked the Militech comms channel. Is that enough for you?
That doesn't mean
everything
it's
clear?
real intel. They could just be feeding you fake intel to lay a trap. Wouldn't be the first time. And if I do that, I'm guessing it just cancels the quest. So obviously I want to do it. Alright, I'm in.
I'm in.
But it might be a trap.
Okay, thanks. First, we'll ride to the station. The train engine we need to block the convoy's way is there. Are you riding with us, or will we meet you there?
Yeah, I'll ride with you.
Riding with you.
Excellent. Let's get going.
But you're doing all of this behind his back? It's not a good idea,
I
man.
heard a little shake in that voice.
You did not.
Ah, come on. Did you get your hands clammy too?
Screw you.
But
What are you saying, that
you
she's
sure you
nervous
didn't
about
leave
being the
your
leader?
tracks? Militech won't notice a thing.
Are you trying to insult me, Bobby?
Okay. Forget I even asked.
Well, V,
Yeah, I'm coming. If nothing else, I'm coming to protect you from yourself and from Militech. But you guys have other problems. Like, you need to unite the clan, because it sounds like all of you
Let's
have
go.
very different vision for where.
Nobody's gonna notice you gone back at camp?
Saul has no wish to see us there anyway. But better to make a good second impression on the Biotechnica suits.
Your sour faces wouldn't help much.
Indeed, they would not.
And the Raffins, what about them? Expecting any trouble?
Saul is. He's posted sentries all around the camp.
How is that not right?
He's wrong in continuing to fight the symptoms rather than the disease.
Don't miss life in Night City?
At times, perhaps. I miss the feeling of having a new beginning, of freedom. But I also haven't forgotten the emptiness. The feeling
Yeah.
of realizing it means nothing if you're alone.
Had a hard time leaving my family, too. But was never completely alone either.
You had someone?
A true friend. Jackie by name. You would have liked him, actually.
Jackie. I'll remember that.
That's nice. This is a conversation I wanted to have with her the first time when she was like, "Do you have anyone?" When she was like, "Do you have anyone special in your
We
life?"
have arrived.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, I do," because I thought maybe I was gonna mention Jackie, but or Judy. All right, let's do this.
Big bastard.
If you like it so much, maybe we should just hijack the train. Let the Basilisk go on its way.
Yeah.
You're all
and just
come to
drive
that.
this beast to the 101. There and back.
Saul would be on board with that.
Are we ready? Okay. The Militech convoy will be traveling from Night City to the base where they're due to meet the buyer. We will stop it at the railroad crossing.
All we have to do is shove this beauty in its way.
V, any questions?
Seems to be a lot of abandoned stations around.
This one belonged to a corporation that ran a cement factory. They use it as their reloading point.
Didn't take the train engine when they left?
The engine's been here going on 40 years, since the Blackwall days.
For a time, everybody had to go back to the old ways. This engine ran on nuclear, like submarines do.
All the weirder they left it behind.
Corpse. They probably listed it in the spreadsheet as cost optimization.
It's old tech. Carol will have to hack it.
Then I'll somehow have to finagle authorization from the control tower to move it.
Tower looks inactive to me, too.
Yeah, we'll see to that. You and Panam just get the authorization code.
Okay, let's get to work.
All right. There's that determined walk of her again. Wait, I can talk to them? Optional.
Any of this goes south, you know Panam will be the one to pay.
Do you see us hanging her out to dry? Do you see Saul letting us off the hook while Panam takes the fall for everything?
I'm starting to like this kid, Ted. She thinks she cares about Panam more than the girl's own family.
Think you want to play Panam to get rid of Saul? I don't think they're trying to use her or anything.
Didn't take her side last time she left the clan. Why?
Because last time, Panam was acting a damn fool.
Thinking she's learned something? She's smarter?
Yes, she left. Learned a few things, managed on her own, and knew when to come back.
People like that are worth a lot more than those who plant their asses in one spot and do as they're told.
Yeah, I agree. She kind of like decided to be here. It strengthened her resolve, I suppose.
Well, hello there. Have you come to make yourself useful?
Never seen old tech like this. Know your way around it. How'd you learn?
From books? Just wait till you see what's inside the signal tower. They use punch cards. Punch cards! Can you believe it?
What cards now?
An old data storage method. When the net collapsed, we were thrown back to the 20th century.
What's it even look like?
They're cardboard cards with holes punched in them, as code in columns. Each hole position, punched or not, represents a unit of data.
Honestly, prefer Panam to punch cards as a topic of conversation.
Let me guess. You don't really know why you're here, do you?
Because she asked for help?
Panam asked me for help.
Mm-hmm. She came back to the fold, sweet-talked Mitch and the rest over to her side. But still, she calls you. Interesting, isn't it?
I mean, we're friends and I've helped her before. She knows she can count on me. Are you saying there's more to it? Like, should I be worried?
Even if we pull it off, Saul will be pissed. I can see his face already.
Remember when we first met? Almost had a pound in your pants at the thought of falling foul of Saul.
I don't recall leaving Panam high and dry, though.
Now you're gonna stick it to him plain. Something change?
Uh-huh. I realize Panam is right.
How's it going over here?
Fantastic. We have everything hooked up, and nothing works.
It works, though not reliably. V, could you scan it? Because I am not open to the prospect of taking it all apart again.
Do you guys not have scanners?
Capacitor's damaged. Third from the right.
Indeed. Hold on. Let me swap it out.
Time to try it again.
Hey, it works.
There you go.
Thanks, V.
No problem. Alright, that was everyone. Let's go back to Pam.
Need a hand?
Of course. But in your shoes, I would look for another way in first.
I mean, I'm sure I can find a way inside from like the rooftop or something. I can break a window, jump over the side.
How did you weasel your way in there? Here I opened the damned door. Be right there.
You know me, I'm always climbing up. I'm like a cat. Always finding my way up things.
I've always been fond of trains.
Yeah?
And the stations where so many tracks converge.
Junctions.
Yes, those. When you see them from above, you feel...
Free. Like you could set off on 1,000 journeys all at once.
perhaps more simply, hopeful.
We understand each other so well,
Okay,
Panam.
here we are.
It's a shame.
Carol!
It's a shame.
What are we looking for?
It's a shame you're not really into me.
Cards. What cards?
Cards punched with a bunch of holes. Let me help look.
Okay, thank you.
It's gonna be like, why do you know about that? Scattered documents.
Nada.
Documents and archival notes. Search failed. There's gonna be like a computer here. Like an old computer. Scattered documents.
Not here.
Okay, it must be here somewhere. Vee, look thoroughly, please.
Okay, that's strange. Closing of the factory in branch number 12 at the station from Michael Pilling Fisher from Core Butt branch number 12. The factory and branch office located at the station will be officially closed at the end of the month. All sections of track used for transport and logistics will be cut off from the main traction system. On the final day of operation, all employees will be required to return any combat equipment as well as their building access cards. From Jim Rosado. This is Jim from the station control tower. I'm not sure if anyone will read this, considering we're shutting it all down, but what about the engine we got here? I get the tracks, but the engine? Someone should probably take care of it, right? Pretty sure it's an environmental hazard. The engine will be removed in accordance with all applicable safety guidelines, but then it wasn't. Rumor mail from Randy to Ermoke? Ermoke, you really leaving? How come I'm the last to hear about it? Yep, I'm leaving. I wasn't sure how to tell you. I'm sorry you found out this way. I got a friend with the Red Willow clan. He'll put in a good word for me. Ermoke the Nomad? Come on. You always said nomads were a bunch of dirty, stinking backcountry hicks. Cat, they're shutting the place down. We say they'll send us somewhere even worse. So if I gotta hit the road, rather decide for myself which road I take. Yeah, sure you'll have a say. Bet you'll be head of the clan in no time. Leave my stuff on the desk before you go. If it's all old tech around here, how come this computer is like the same kind of modern computer that's in everywhere else? New threat level, high alert. With regard to the net crash, we are pleased to inform you that communications have been restored and we are adjusting the threat level rating from crisis response to high alert. This is when the net crashed. This is pre-Blackwall. All employees shall report to an informational meeting at 8 a.m. tomorrow in Hall E. The meeting will cover new operational procedures for the factory as well as new technology to be introduced. Attendance is mandatory. And then like all this bugged stuff. This must be because of the net crash. Interesting.
Some sort of Stone Age control panel.
Stone Age? Locomotive controls the type of control in which the output of one controller is the set point for another. Recompilation required. Punch cards instructions. Each position on the card punched on punch corresponds to a unit of information, or a bit, while each column represents one character or symbol. When gently inserting the card into the reader, please remember to do the following. Check for any damaged punch holes which may corrupt the reading. Make sure cards are inserted in the proper order. Double check that the card description matches the data encoded on it. Okay.
Nada.
Nothing in there either. Oh, there's a punch card in there.
Well.
Inside Metacorp. We associate nomads with chaos, societal collapse, technological backwardness, and for good reason. But there are always exceptions to the rule, and for the nomads, the exception are the meta, more specifically Metacorp. Unlike other nomad groups that deal in smuggling and raiding, the Meta are strictly law-abiding. Metacorp, formerly registered in the Western corporate states, is a majority stakeholder in numerous shipping companies, including the rapidly growing DTR, Decker, Tanaka, and Rogers, which handled 53% of all of America's transport last year. So Metacorp is a nomad clan? The story of Metacorp is a story of American entrepreneurial spirit and confidence in the future, two things that not even a nuclear war could destroy. Indeed, Metacorp only proves that a new order can rise out of entropy, that the rustle of Eurodollars is capable of civilizing even the most savage barbarians. Barbarians. Last month, I had an opportunity to visit the company's headquarters in Metaki, the mobile island currently anchored in the Gulf of Mexico. There I met Victoria Meta, the corporation's nomad CEO and granddaughter of Metacorp's founder, Jonathan Meta. Victoria had clearly inherited his steely gaze and enterprising mind. I see. Another card here.
Got something.
Good job. Carol! We have a card! What now?
You have to put it in the reader!
Well, V, the card. In the reader?
Don't look at me like that. Here he goes.
Here goes nothing.
It worked. Come look.
I mean, I can see it.
Little engine that could.
Get you guys together. Ural Combinat.
V, I wanted to speak with you.
Uh-oh. What is it? What do you want to talk about? Starting to have doubts? Seem happier here than you did in town.
You're happier out here. Can smell it a mile off.
Surely you joke. I'm about to put my family at risk, get a dressing down from Saul, and possibly be kicked out of the family. And you say I seem happy?
Yeah.
Well, still more than you were in
'Cause you're
town.
doing what you think's right for the Aldecaldos. Even though it's hard. Even though you're shitting your pants.
Dear God, so you can see it too.
Because this is about the family, not Saul. What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
I know this may sound foolish, because I asked you to help me. But why are you doing this?
Because it's important to you.
Because it's important to you.
But is that all? Sorry, that sounded worse than I intended.
Any more questions?
No, I know everything I need to, I believe. Perhaps I should send Rogue flowers to thank her for introducing us.
Not really your style, don't think.
I would add a card. Thank you for giving me a true friend, you manipulative whore.
That's my girl.
All right, let's rejoin the others.
Are you just confused by the concept of friends? Like, you don't understand why I would help you after all we've done together? Like, literally, you're my friend and I want to help you. That's all there is to it. I guess it's kind of... Whoa. Whoa.
Convoy. Got eyes and ears on it?
Yes, Carol checks their communication channels from time to time. Everything is proceeding as planned. For now.
For now. I'm pretty sure you could romance Panam, and like that scene is probably different in that case. Uh-oh. V, do you know where Panam is? And you can't tell him. All you can say is no idea. I think I'm just not going to reply. I think you should know that Soul is looking for you. I feel bad because I think Soul is trying to do what's best for his clan. And here we're just doing all of this behind his back. Like, it's not like he means like wrong. Like, he doesn't want to hurt anyone or like... His clan just seems really divided. The Aldecaldos all have very different, like, views of what they should do for the future of the clan.
Put your ass down a minute, honey. And breathe.
Everything is under control. The convoy is already heading up.
Who said that?
You worried about Saul?
He just sent me a message, by the way.
We've quite some time left till dusk. The car could use another once-over. The stars have emerged. We've but a few hours till dawn.
Maybe I should have answered Sol, then I could have like had the option of telling her.
As if you're the first person ever to stand up to Saul.
Ah, save your breath. I don't need to be consoled. Was it someone I know?
New. Scorpion.
You came home from the war, head full of new ideas, and a host of new contacts.
He tried to get Saul to lead us in joining Snake Nation. It would make us stronger, he said.
I don't think he peeped a word of it to me. What did Saul do?
Saul dressed the guy down head to toe for messing with the family. Hell, he didn't send him on any jobs for a year.
Gee, really consoling. Thanks.
I guess that's what you can have
said yourself you
to
didn't
look
need
forward
any.
to. Snake Nation.
Saul was right about Snake Nation. You should remain independent. Otherwise, could end up like...
The Backers.
Like the backers.
Yeah.
We'll manage just fine on our own. All we need is a few good jobs. To get people talking about the Aldecaldos again.
And that's why we're here today.
Scorpion would be proud.
Don't talk about the war much.
What's there to say? They just packed you into a Panzer down in Mexico and said full speed ahead, soldier.
And it was weeks talking either to yourself or the onboard AI, drinking iodide like water because your Geiger wouldn't shut up.
I'm sprouting a rash on my ass just thinking about sitting in that boiling hot coffin.
So you guys were all in the war?
But y'all can't wait to pack your asses into the Basilisk, huh?
That's different.
Completely different. You'll see once you're on board.
Ought to raise a glass to Scorpion.
To Scorpion.
And to Jackie.
You remembered. Thanks, Panam. Like, no one here knows who Jackie is, but still, I appreciate it. This is a nice little moment. Like, you can just sit here, enjoy the music, get a drink. I kind of want to answer Sol's message just because, like, I might have gotten the option of telling Panam that he's looking for her.
Gonna try and get some sleep.
Okay, it'll be quite some time before the convoy comes through.
Can tell you won't be getting any sleep. Just wake me up if anything happens.
Anything happens, wake me up. Unless you want a nap too.
What are you looking up? You rolling your eyes at me?
I'll just lie here a while, by your side, gazing at the stars.
That
Sounds
another
good.
area of your expertise? Got maps of the heavens in your library too?
Of course. That's the Big Dipper. And you see the small flickering star to the right?
I mean, there's like too many stars right now. Too many clouds.
Oh dear. That means there's a major leak.
There's too many clouds.
Good night, B.
Okay, here they come.
Is everyone ready?
Whoa! Yes, yes.
Let's ride, V.
I'm awake. I'm awake. Alright. I'm ready. Let's fucking go. Ooh, and I can't answer Soul anymore. Interesting. Maybe I should have. Well, it's too late now. You ready for this? I had a nice little nap under the stars. A little too cloudy, unfortunately, but still. It's a very nice moment. Alright, let's fucking go. I'm ready. So we're gonna be dealing with Militech, huh? I love all the wind turbines in the distance.
All right. She's moving.
Get her up to speed.
So basically we're just going to put this in the path of the convoy, right? To stop them, but can they just go around it? Alright, let's see.
They're going faster than we thought. I don't know if we can catch them.
Uncouple one of the cars. It'll speed you up.
Now we should have started earlier then.
Take out that coupler.
Take out the what? The coupler?
V, shoot out the damn coupler.
I'm trying. There you go.
Surround them as soon as they're cut off.
Oh shit, they're here.
Okay, I'm on it. Come on,
Can't system collapse them. Let me short circuit the drone.
Move that ass, steady boy.
That did not destroy it. Again? It's not fucking working. Can I like come out of this? Yeah, let me deal with them myself. I don't want to kill though. I don't kill. Let me get my sniper.
We got him.
Ooh, okay. Well, it's you guys killing them. It's not me. Like, I don't want the Aldecaldos to die. Well, their blood is not on me. Shit, missed.
All is planned, boss.
All right, the train's leaving. You'd better move.
Just a second, I'm looting. Okay, I wish I could have just like knocked all these people out. I didn't want to kill them. Like, they didn't really do anything wrong. They're just soldiers for Militech, so that's not great, but it wasn't my choice to kill them. I personally didn't kill anyone. That was all the Aldecaldos, so my hands are clean.
Okay, let's go. Ready to roll.
And no one on our side died? That's pretty amazing. So you're just going right back to your camp? Soul's gonna be pissed.
Fuck! It worked! Of course it did! Just as I said it would.
So where's the Basilisk? Like, which one is the Basilisk?
How's it going there, V? Did you have fun?
Sure did.
Just be happy you won't be around to put the hunk of junk together. Real fun is just starting for Mitch and Teddy.
Is that the Basilisk? That thing there? Must be. I don't know if this was a good idea. Like, they might endanger the entire clan by getting Militech to turn on them, but it's not like they wouldn't have gone through with it if I didn't help them, so...
Just lost the Militech channel. Suits finally realized someone was listening and changed the codes.
Perfect timing, if you ask me.
It's kind of a bad sign, though. That means they're on to us. So that's the Basilisk. This bad boy burns through as much fuel per hour as you need to heat an entire mega block, and let's face it, it's big and ugly as a mega block too. A Militech Basilisk. Okay, but it's like in separate parts, so you guys need to like put it together.
I can talk to him if you want.
No, thank you. I'll take care of this myself.
Oh boy. So now you guys need to explain yourselves to him. That's... That's probably not gonna go great.
So it begins.
I'm just gonna stand here in the back. This is your business. This is Aldecaldos' business.
Exactly what you see. The Basilisk.
All I see is 2 trucks with giant Militech logos on them. Fuck, Panam, you can see them from miles away. You think we don't have problems enough on our hands? The Raffens could rear their heads at any moment. And now we have Militech to worry about too.
Stop it! Fuck! Just shut up already! Do you want to serve corporations forever? Fine, go right ahead. In that case, we'll leave the Basilisk as a souvenir of what this family used to be. Or you know what? Maybe next time we're attacked, we'll be able to fight back!
She's really getting in his
As
face.
soon as I'm done with Biotechnica, we call a family meeting to discuss this. Discuss you. Until that time, I want these trucks out of my sight.
And the Basilisk? Can we put it together?
Why even ask his
Just
permission?
get out of my sight.
Bob, Mitch, you two take the trucks around back. We need to unload.
Sure, but then what do we do with them?
Oh, I've got an idea.
Some lungs you got.
Got quite a pair of lungs there.
Thanks. I believe the last time I pulled something like that, I was 10 years old.
Seems still to be in fine working order. Family's with you on this, I think.
Sure. Where did you get that impression? All I heard was silence.
Saw him looking at that basilisk, drooling. Nomads, panzers, panzers, nomads. Had him from the start.
We'll see.
Everything okay?
Yes, of course. Though the great train robbery bit of this was much more enjoyable.
You need me again. All you gotta do is call.
V. I'm sure I will. So you'd better expect that call.
Be
All
waiting.
right.
Take care.
Well, I guess it went pretty well. Like, he didn't kick her out of the Queen of the Highway. Leave the camp and wait a day until the Basilisk is ready. Jim Jerry? Who the hell is that? Hello, V. If you're behind the wheel, then pull over. No texting and driving. Safety first. The name's Jim Jerry. Sound familiar? Most peeps associate the name with the sound of squealing tires and the smell of burnt rubber. I know all the best motor jocks in town, and let me tell you, most of them wouldn't hesitate to polish your hubcaps if you ask nicely. The city has seen firsthand how you handle yourself on the road, chum. The talent, the flair, and the fire in those eyes. That's what this sport is all about. I need to see you race again, V. Again and again and again. But if you won't race for your old pal Jim, then do it for the sweet, sweet 10,000 eddies and autofixer discount awaiting you at the finish line. Coordinates are on the way. Not looking to lose my license. You had me at burnt rubber. I'll do it. So more racing. I thought maybe Claire was the only races we were getting. That's what I like to hear. See you on the track. Alright. Leave the camp and wait a day until the Basilisk is ready. So where are you guys building that? I guess they just left somewhere. You know, the thing is, as angry as she is at Soul, he does make some good points, you know? What if Militech pulls up and tries to kill everyone? What is that? Oh, I guess that's the symbol of the Aldecaldos. What if Militech pulls up and decides to take the thing back and then you can't defend yourself? What if Biotechnica, like... It is true you need to take the corps seriously because they're very dangerous. But at the same time, I also understand Panam's side where, like, she wants... she doesn't want to just cower to the corporations. Like, she wants them to do their own thing.
I need a power inverter for my pickup. Have you seen anything?
No. Go check Alice's pile. There's still quite a bit there.
Thanks. May they find peace.
May they find peace.
What is this? Ammunition, weapons, supplies, car parts, 44,000 eddies. Oh, where'd you guys get this?
We have a saying. Catch you on the trail.
Oh.
Hey, V, come here.
Hey, man.
A little closer now.
Hey, Mitch. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, but, meh. So many dead. So many of them good friends, too.
Do you know what it's like to lose your best friend?
I do, actually.
Mm-hmm. Name was Jackie.
Uh-huh. How'd he go?
Like everyone goes in Night City.
Anyway, come on. Help me out with something.
What?
Some loose ends. Final goodbye. I don't much want to do it alone.
Sure.
Okay. I'll help.
Come on, then.
Shouldn't you be asking Panam this, though? She knew
You're okay
Scorpion more
behind the
than
wheel,
me.
right?
Yeah?
Yeah?
And?
We're going for a drive.
Uh-huh.
What I
And
found.
where?
You've been in the city a while, haven't you? You want to know everything now. Yesterday. A little
Yeah.
patience, V.
Is that a trait specific to people who
Now,
live
I
in
don't
the
know
city?
how it was in your clan. But in the Aldecaldos, everything stays in the family. Used to be Scorpion's, that rig. Now she belongs to me. And my old girl's right next to it.
Nice wheels. Both of them.
Damn right. Out here, those wheels are our life. I'll take Scorpion's, you hop in the other.
Seriously, where are we going?
One of Scorpion's favorite spots. I owe him one, V.
And why are we not inviting Panam for this?
Why don't we just take one?
Because we need two.
Shit. You're about as useful as a data term helpline.
You'll see, V. Trust me.
All right, let's go.
Let's hit the road. Follow me.
Alright. So I'm taking this one?
Mitch, you hear me?
Yep. But more driving, less talking.
Oh, my controller wasn't working.
Sun on my face, wind in my hair. Perfect.
Oh, hey. Haven't seen you in a while.
Not a fan of funerals.
Mm-hmm. You and death don't really mix.
Say that like it's my fault. Never asked Saburo to put me on that fucking chip. or for you to slot it in your head.
I hope this place isn't too far.
Speaking of, where are we going?
Not a clue.
My, what a good little Girl Scout. So trusting, so accommodating.
It's for Scorpion. His last wish or something. That good enough for you?
Great. Never a dull moment.
Almost there now.
Okay, copy.
You want to make that jump?
Here we are. Go ahead, kill the engine.
All right, let's do this. Oh, is that? Oh, it's Scorpion. Driss Mariana. Lost your damn. I mean, no, I get it.
We set him up behind the wheel, douse the car, then light it, let him fly off the edge.
Oh, you're just gonna destroy the whole car with him in it? You're out of your goddamn mind. Soul on demand. I think they're way past caring what Soul wants. If that's what he wanted.
I mean, if that's what Scorpion wanted.
He did. Said it 1,000,000 times if he said it at all.
All
Grab
right.
me that can, will you?
I mean, that's the least people deserve is for us to do the last thing they wanted.
Here you
But
go.
like, shouldn't Panam be here for this?
Go ahead. Put it in the passenger seat.
I don't get why you're asking me, an outsider, to do this.
See, the driver's already behind the wheel.
No point wasting time. Another hour or two and he'll puff up like a balloon.
I mean, it's been a while already, so like
Right. Shall we get this show on the road?
he would be rotting. You sure this is a good idea?
You absolutely sure this is a good idea?
No, V. No, I am not. But it was my best friend's dying wish. So I'll do whatever the fuck I can to make it happen. With or without you.
All right.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. I already got a rag in the can. You light it. I'll start the car.
She's burning! Quick, before she blows!
May the road be kind to you, friend. Out with a bang. Just like he wanted. Soot and ash. That much remains. So,
To Scorpion.
how about a beer?
We hardly knew ye. Sure, I guess.
Sure. I'll drink to a send-off like that.
Well, come on. Ah, nothing like a good cold one.
I actually hate beer,
Agreed.
but sure.
Hey, speaking of, where'd that nickname come from? Scorpion.
Funny. You know, I haven't the slightest idea.
Really?
Never asked
Weren't
him.
you guys best
Be a
friends?
Scorpio or something?
Maybe he had a big stinger. Scorpion, you old bastard. I'm gonna miss you, man.
Mitch,
Yeah.
why me? Why'd you ask me to help?
You seem like a good egg.
I'm serious.
That's it?
I don't know, I guess the fact that I'm still here to send him off right. That's thanks to you.
True, I did save your life. Well, me and Panam.
Your paths crossed. Just for a moment. But damn, was it the right one? Listen, there's a few things of his you ought to have. Like this little good luck charm. Go on, it's yours.
What the fuck is this? Little figurine?
What is it?
Not a clue. Scorpion always had it on him, no idea why.
Listen, I'm
Wait,
gonna
wasn't
sit
that
here for a
actual
while,
Scorpion
alright?
from Mortal Kombat?
Brood in peace.
Understood.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll be off then.
Sure. Listen, if you want, you can take my car back to camp. Whatever works for you.
No, that's fine. I got mine.
Thanks, V. For today. And for getting me out of that shit back then, too. You're all right. You're really all right.
Thanks, man. Was this side quest on the map? Because I didn't notice it. I was just like, I just saw the Aldecaldos logo on the rock and I just started walking towards it because like I saw a bunch of people who were gathered around it, but I didn't notice if this job was on the map. Because like this feels like something you could very easily miss. It's just kind of like buried headfirst in the sand there. I'm guessing there's no way to go down there, right? Like this is off the map, probably. Yeah, we're like at the edge of the map. I have so many levels. I guess I'll just put points in reflexes. There we go. It might have been one of these yellow side gigs on the map that you need to like go to. That's my guess. Man, it was about time you sent him off because like he must have been rotting at this point. Oh, there's like little races on the map now. Finish in first place to win 10,000 eddies. Oh. I am happy that there's more races than just the ones with Claire. That's nice. So, Queen of the Highway. Leave the camp and wait a day until the Basilisk is ready. Once you finally hit it big, always turns out you fucked something else up. Night City's golden rule. Panam got her Basilisk alright, but Soul's sure to toss her out before she even gets a chance to enjoy it. If you like this girl, now's a good time to have her back. The Militech Basilisk. A fitting name for this line of Militech armored vehicle, much like the mythical monster that is its namesake. One look at this beast is enough to knock you on your back. As the characteristic silhouette of the Basilisk appears on the horizon, even the most formidable enemy forces will throw up their hands in unconditional surrender. An attempt at retreat is an exercise in futility. There is no escape from the Basilisk. This panzer, despite its tremendous size, moves across desert terrain with incredible grace and speed, like a predator in pursuit of terrified prey. Then with just one shot from its high-caliber cannon, it turns its prey into a steaming smear of blood and a hot slab of desert stone. I'm guessing their camp will get attacked by Militech, and then we'll get a chance to pilot this thing. But like, is there any way for me to do that without killing a bunch of people? Because like, that doesn't go with my non-lethal code. So, I don't know. Hey V, watch out. Whoever left those bodies is still hanging around. Not everyone's made for a maelstrom. Some, surprise surprise, don't take too well to having half their face chopped off. They start hearing voices, seeing and imagining things. Then it's enough to get their hands on a gun and that recipe for disaster is ready to serve. Ghosts? Ghosts don't exist, V. The dead can tell you that. Everyone deserves a second chance, V. I know that better than most. But who's granting that chance and who's getting it are important questions that ought to be asked. Does a cyclone of dust and sand stirred up by a dash cyberpsychosis sound exciting? Then I do have some good news for you. Shots were heard on the outskirts of NC, rare given the seemingly peaceful area. We had to go and take a closer look. Why wait for the cleanup crew when there could still be lives that need saving? The distance. No description. I'll fly away. Something about corpses draws you to their unfinished biz, V. First it was me, now Scorpion. Mitch wants you to fulfill his final request. Gotta admit it's got my curiosity peaked, but hey, as a dead guy, I'm biased. Very funny. Well, the only thing we have to do is go meet with River in the Glen. Ah! So I guess we'll do that. I'll leave you your car so you can get back to camp. And I'll just use mine. In Rocky Ridge. We have to meet with him in the evening. Feels wrong to drive this kind of car out in the Badlands. Like, this really is not that kind of car, but oh well. Can almost go at my full speed. 337 miles per hour seems to be my top speed. Death in Texas. Whose gun was this? In this world, nothing can be said to be certain except victory when you have this gun in your hands. Okay. And then La Chingona Dorada. 2 of those. Jackie's pistol. A beautiful marriage of Japanese technology and Valentino style. They are like very beautiful. Look at all that detail on there. Very nice. Oh, this one has a mod that makes it non-lethal, but also a mod that makes it lethal. So which one would take precedence? Whoa, I have a quick hack that makes people go cyber psycho? That's crazy. Contagion. Combat quick hack that does chemical damage. Suicide, straight up suicide. Forces the enemy to put a gun to their head and pull the trigger, neutralizing them. That's insane. That's even crazier than System Collapse, because System Collapse only knocks people out. This causes them to kill themselves. Like, imagine living in a world where this is possible. Jeez. Okay, do I just have access to all of these now? Because I don't have them equipped. Causes toxic cyberware substances to leak. Can spread to 4 enemies. Applying a burn or overheat effect against an affected enemy will cause the leaked toxic substance to detonate. Ew. Cyber psychosis. I mean, I don't want anyone to... If no one is nearby, they will commit suicide instead. Damn. And I had the white version. I had the tier 1 version. Now I can get the tier 5 version, which is 260 damage instead of 78. It's so much more. Suicide. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna ever really use that, but I guess I could equip it if I run into someone I really want to kill, like Forrest, for example, like the Woodman. I might have used this on him. Let's get rid of Detonate Grenade and let's just get Suicide, because they're kind of the same, except instead of just doing damage to you and others, you just straight up like killing yourself. Man, we're really powerful at this point. But because we have access to all these crazy tools, that means other people in the world would also have access to them. So like, what's stopping someone from just hacking me and making me commit suicide, you know? Let's go meet up with our boy River. Maybe he's got an update on what happened to the mayor. Because I assume he's been investigating it this whole time, while we were off doing other stuff. Most of my quests right now are just to wait for someone to contact me again, like this man.
The information from Okada-san, very valuable. I also learned something through my own efforts. We must meet.
Where'll it be this time? Trash processing plant? Deserted in-cart station?
In the south of Japantown, there is a street market. It is on the footbridge above the main street. Use the elevators. It is easy to get lost. I am on my way there. Do not make me wait.
I might make you wait, actually. Down on the street. And the new quest is... There it is. Gimme Danger. Our crazed Ronin shows no signs of slowing his roll. We barely get intel from Wakako about the parade, and Takamura's already hatching some harebrained scheme in Japantown. He wants to meet at the market? Fine, let's parley, but you already know where I stand. Don't let him strong-arm you into anything. Who knows how many loose screws are bouncing around at that skull of his at this point. Takamura's been totally fine with us this whole time. He's helped us, he's saved our life. Like, there's not really any reason to mistrust him, I think. Bazaar, Kanzaki Street, Japantown. You cannot miss it. Bazaar is on the upper level, quite high, so it is worth using the public elevator. I think there are 2. The fox sneaks into the chicken coop with its own tail between its teeth. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, I will. But I was supposed to meet with River. You know what? I was on my way to meet River, so sorry, Takemura. You're gonna have to wait a little bit more. What's happening here? Whole police operation going on, it seems. I'll let you guys. I guess I got a little too close to them. None of my business. Sit and wait for River. Whoop. Always some shit going down. Ew, so fresh it wriggles in your mouth. In vitro beef culture. You don't have to show it like that. That doesn't make it more appetizing. I feel like people would want to eat it even less. Ugh. Not a good publicity. Alright, let's wait for our boy.
Well, this is the place. Tick, 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 tick.
Tick, 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 tick. Where's my boy? Oh, he's there. Hey, man.
Hey, V.
How you holding up?
Been better. I know. Probably not hard to tell.
Nice ride. Brand new?
Nope.
Not in a chatty mood, I see.
Not really. Sorry.
Also, I learned that River is voiced by Robbie Damon, who you might know as fucking Akechi from Persona 5. I would have never guessed. Like, that is some crazy range. If you hear Akechi's voice, like this...
That is a shame. I suppose I expected too much.
And then listen to this guy.
So, what happened?
Needed someone to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
First, take a look.
He sounds so different. I would have never guessed. Like, the dude has some crazy range. Alright, so what's the deal?
Hello, my name is Arif Iqbal, and this is WNS News. Today's story. A routine roadside inspection led the NCPD to the trail of a dangerous abductor and murderer. The incident occurred at the intersection of 7th and 15th Avenue. The following police footage was captured at the scene.
1038, I repeat at 1038. Registration 2AA
Anthony.
6244. We're exiting our vehicle now.
Copy that.
Out of the car, hands up. Easy, officer. Relax. Shut your mouth. Oh, shit. We have a 1053 and a 1054. I repeat, a 1053 and a 1054.
Oh, we got a runner. And they shot him. Okay. What does this have to do with the mayor?
LeVar Martinez, age 17. His parents reported his disappearance over a month ago. Unfortunately, LeVar's life could not be saved. His body could not withstand the severe septic shock he suffered. Autopsy reports revealed the teenager was given dangerously high levels of hormones, anabolic steroids, and stimulants. The possessions and genetic material of 7 other missing teens were also found in the car, belonging to one Anthony Harris.
He's dead. They killed him.
Their fates remain unknown. Although the criminal widely known as Peter Pan survived the gunshot, he has not regained consciousness, making interrogation
Oh, so he's not dead?
Please stay tuned to WNS News for developments in the story.
This Peter Pan, he an old case? You were looking for him?
Never heard of him. Didn't cross my desk.
So, what's the deal then? Also, I thought we were meeting about the mayor case. Did you just abandon that?
What's the problem if they caught the guy?
My nephew, Randy. Disappeared not long past. And what you just saw. The kid was wearing Randy's shoes.
Oh, Jesus.
You're sure they were his shoes?
Randy's disappearance. Know anything else?
My sister and I don't get along that well. I don't know much. Just wish I could have been there for her when she needed it most.
Okay, and why are you calling me?
What, they figured you'd get emotional and kept you off the case?
More like a restraining order. Won't let me anywhere near it. Gonagle took the lead on it. Lazy-ass gonk. And so far, he ain't accomplished shit.
You're not completely wrong. I mean, I can see why you're a little bit biased if it has to do with someone in your family, but at the same time, they probably don't want to assign you to the case because you're like a little too close to it. If it has to do with your own family, like you can understand them assigning it to someone else. But I also get why this bothers you.
No way I'd let this lie.
I know. And that's why I'm asking for your help.
What can I do?
What do we need to do?
Can't interrogate the guy because he's a veg, but...
A what?
You can view his dreams.
Sorry, dreams?
You heard me. Come on, I'll explain on the way.
Why are you asking me?
It's an experimental procedure, but it's already yielding results. They record dreams that can be played back as BDs.
Really?
Got access to these dreams?
Not yet. But they keep them in the lab we're headed to now.
Is this legal? I wouldn't usually worry about what's legal, but like considering you're a policeman, I feel like you should worry about the legality of what you're doing. So you're walking here. It wasn't our turn. It's still not our turn. It says wait. Can't you read the fucking... Oh well, never mind.
Okay. Got an appointment?
Nice exactly. Police department.
We'll go in together, but not through the main entrance.
Oh, we're gonna break the law.
We'll find a different way in, and then hustle out quick. Never actually been here, so I'll need your help.
You're a bad policeman. Did you know that? Find a way inside the river. You're not really a good policeman. But alright, sure, I'll help you. Like, I first contacted him because I was investigating the death of the mayor for the Paralas. And he was present on the BD, so like, it made sense to pool our resources and like work together to solve that mystery. But now that you're not working on the mayor thing, I don't know why you would come to me. Like, I get we're acquaintances now because we've worked on this case together, but like, it doesn't feel the same as, say, when like, what me and Panam went through, or like what me and Judy went through, which was like these very intense kind of like emotional moments. I guess because we're like the only mercenary he knows, and so he kind of like relies on us now. I mean, I guess that's how friendships are made, right? But it still feels a little bit weird that you would come to me for this. But alright, whatever. If you say so. 20 technical to get in there. Do you have a key? I can't open this. Do you have a key? Do you know of a way to... I mean, there might be a window. Through here, maybe?
Great. What now?
Whoa!
We find our entrance.
Where the fuck you come from?
They have an audit today. Should be a ghost town. No need to be quiet.
How'd you know about the audit?
I did my homework.
I cannot believe this is a Ketchi's voice. That's insane. Really put the actor in voice actor. Huh. It does seem pretty empty in there.
Know where they're keeping the BD?
Likely the room where they edit the autistic kid's dreams. Should be labeled as Anthony Harris.
Use Kiroshi to find the right cabinet. So they arrest criminals and then record their
A few of these
dreams
rooms we probably don't have to bother with.
to get clues to like the cases. Huh. Extra articular knee boosters, polyarticular muscle supporters, class 4 and higher. Okay.
Locked. Can't get in.
List of tasks to check. Confidential audit. Oh, what the? Isn't that straight up like Death Stranding? That looks very Death Stranding. This device simulates conditions in the uterus, maintains the life of the BB, and detects beat. Yeah, that's fucking... That's Death Stranding. Okay. Just having like a random reference to another game in here. That's fine. What is this? Just ice buckets? Were they doing the ice bucket challenge? Can I not scan this? HR documents.
They definitely don't store any BDs in this area.
What have we got here? A gun. Let's check this. 2 files. Subject AH, Anthony Harris, report file to NCPD. Patient transported to hospital 18 minutes after suffering missile wound to the head. Missile? As the missile penetrated multiple brain layers. Oh, he's fucking dead. A temporary pulse cavity immediately followed. Due to rapid intervention, intracranial pressure was reduced and inflammatory damage to brain tissue was avoided. Despite successful intervention, the patient remains in a coma with estimated chances of waking at only 0.6%. Yeah? In the event the patient does wake, likely complications may include paresis in the right side of the body, vision impairment, speech impairment, and cognitive disorders. Estimated value for NCPD investigation near 0. A novel phobia, fear of the number 91. In recent years, the list of commonly feared numbers such as 4, 13, and 66 has grown to now officially include the number 91. Why? While the phobias of other numbers have origins well studied by science, e.g. tetraphobia derives from the fact that the Chinese words for death and 4 sound similar, right? We can still only hypothesize about the rise of 91. Patients afflicted by a phobia of the number 91 often complain of recurring nightmares in which a giant countdown reaches 91 then suddenly stops. When they attempt to restart the countdown, it transforms into a bright yellow board with vermin crawling all over it. This shared experience has already spawned unproven conspiracy theories which, among other things, claims that the dreams are transmitted via either electromagnetic waves, the digitized minds of a mysterious netrunner sect, rogue artificial intelligences, or classified nanochips installed by Nightcorp agents. None of these outlandish ideas contain a grain of truth, of course. So what is it that causes the phobia to manifest such intense reactions? That much yet remains unknown, but as so many scientists often claim, the truth is out there. So without full knowledge of the phobia's origin and its underlying factors, how can you treat it? Studies thus far have shown promising results for conditioning patients via induced dream states, in which the number 91 is inverted to the number 19. Although this method remains in clinical trials, experts optimistic the 91% success rate will only continue to improve. Is this like a reference to some other work of fiction, or like the number 91? Security update from Noemi Redweed to research team. Important. I would like to remind everyone of the upcoming audit and changes in security. I'm willing to answer any immediate questions you might have. As you're aware, we've had complaints from the NCPD. I know. But we will have to follow the new guidelines. There's no wiggle room on this. At a time to be determined later, you will all get your new double verification access signatures. You will each receive individual emails with the relevant details. No more of that reply all funny business. Until then, continue your work as normal, of course excluding the day we have assigned for the audit. Have a nice day. Security. A small step for science, a giant leap for humankind. From Eugene Kuzma. Good morning all. I would like to congratulate our very own Dr. Yawen Packard on the recent strides she has made in the field of pediatric autism therapy. Her invaluable work has paved the way for more effective therapy applications than the established behavioral methods TEACH, ESDM, and RDI, clearly surpassing all supportive methods, e.g. sensory integration, and substantially building upon traditional approaches such as music therapy. I speak for all of us when I say we are extremely proud of Dr. Packard's scientific achievements, but also, more importantly, proud to see the huge inflow of warm letters from happy parents. Keep up the great work, everyone. Project decisions for next quarter from Yolanda Castanedo. Important. The following projects have been greenlit to continue next quarter. Neurotransmitters and selective countermeasures in combating the effects of stress, cyberpsychosis, audiovisual stimulation in autism therapy, limited environmental stimulation as treatment for antisocial behavior. We have decided to suspend research into transcendental meditation. All those involved on the project will soon receive a more detailed report about the indefinite suspension and information regarding new project allocations. Important from Cy Swearingen to research team. Dear team, I like to beat around the bush as much as the next guy, but I'm afraid I don't have that luxury this time. First off, you all remember that framed quote I used to have in my office. Never trust a person who's never tried to steal. Well, it seems someone took that sentiment too much to heart. Now don't panic, it wasn't the quote that was stolen, it's safely at home. Rather, it appears a staff member has taken our neurotransmitter research files from the facility with the likely intent of selling them to a third party. That's really bad. As such, all lab employees will be required to take a polygraph before leaving the facility, led by our own Dr. Al Tolliver. If Al finds anything troubling from your tests, the next course of action will be termination, legal action, or both. No jokes, I mean this in all seriousness. Let me emphasize, do the polygraph before leaving work. Then you're free to get in your naps, showers, lap dances, or whatever it is your people do in your off hours. Have a pleasant day. This week's audit from Anna Svart Fasting, City Auditor, to NCPD Labs. Dear all, as many of you know, this week's audit is simply a formality. We are required by law to periodically evaluate current laboratory safeguards for effectiveness and future modernization efforts. You're having me say a lot of complicated words. Remember that this audit is as beneficial for the city's bookkeeping as it is to keep you and your research safe. We're all playing for the same team here. Please just treat this as a mandatory day off. Best regards. Okay, that was a lot. I don't know if any of that was really relevant to us though. But there was a lot in there. Filing cabinet. Nothing interesting in there about Anthony Harris. Can I not get in there? This goes outside. This reminds me a little bit of the movie The Cell. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's like a movie with Jennifer Lopez where they capture this criminal who's kidnapped someone and he's like unconscious, he's in a coma. And so for them to be able to find the person before they die, they need to dive into his dreams to get like information. It's a very strange movie, but the concept itself is kind of cool, you know? Diving into a criminal's brain and like trying to understand how they work. Security update. Okay, these are all the same. Wait, meditation work, heard the news. Alayudi Kochama. To Carolyn Adams. I just saw the email. I'm so sorry to hear they cut your project. If it's any consolation, I've tried to apply your methods in my personal time and I feel like my creativity is on a whole other level. Seriously. I really hope this is just temporary and they reinstate the project, though I've got bad feelings since Dr. Lynch's departure. There just hasn't been the same support. Hang in there, Carolyn. Don't lose hope. Interesting. But yeah, this whole diving into dreams really reminds me of The Cell. I don't know if like that's where they got the idea, or if it's just like kind of a common story in cyberpunk fiction. No, no, no! From Caroline Adams to Taryn Doggett. Lol. And just remember not to mention our latest study to those NCPD slug brains because they, well, they just wouldn't understand it anyway. Winky face. So it's all the same email, but like a few unique ones in there too. Can't walk in this one. Bathroom. Women's bathroom. But like, how can there be no one in here? Like, not even a guard, nothing? That's really strange that this place would be completely empty. Outer space, my life in orbit. I've definitely read this, but it's marking it as unread. Yeah, I remember reading this. I don't know why it shows up as unread, but I remember reading that. This might be the one. Search how to prepare for an audit. Noemi Redweed. Noemi? Isn't it usually Naomi? 2 files. Brain dance conditioning and cyberpsychosis. Studies that use brain imaging methodologies have shown a progressive reduction in brain volume but a swelling of the ventricular system and the volume of cerebrospinal fluid produced in people who suffer from cyberpsychosis. Other studies have found differences in the degree of cortical nerve cell depletion between stage 1 cyberpsychosis patients treated pharmaceutically and those who received brain dance conditioning. Increased loss of cortical nerve cells was detected in those using pharmaceutical treatment, from which it has been concluded that brain dance conditioning has a neuroprotective effect. This experiment's results should be taken into account when implementing brain dance conditioning methods in locations with minimal environmental stimulation present. Okay. Melissa Rory, latest research from Taryn Doggett to Noemi Redweed, Jean-Paul Petit. Based on the latest research on the subject, it appears the patient suffers from relapses of antisocial behaviors. The recommended treatment approach is limited environmental stimulation and increased doses of neuroleptics. See treatment details in attachment. I remind you this is not an isolated case, but a fairly common problem among members of MaxStack. The NCPD is pushing for more resources put into cyberpsychosis research, but our facility simply can't accommodate an uptick right now. And a friendly reminder, please email your applications for overtime next quarter by no later than tomorrow, end of day. Okay. Trail of spilled whiskey. 0% about Anthony Harris. Overtime voluntary versus mandatory. Braindance treatment for pediatric autism. Activity in a developing brain is higher compared to that in a mature brain. This greater capacity to establish neural connections and reorganize cortical and subcortical brain structures allows for substantial compensating abilities even in circumstances of extensive brain damage. Unfortunately, in the case of children on the autism spectrum, the problem is one of hyperactivity. An overabundance of firing synapses results in synaptic communication disorders. This study compared children on the autistic spectrum who did not receive any preventative measures with those who received early braindance therapy. Initial findings suggest the braindance treatment provides beneficial support for synaptic function. Please refer to subsequent reports for detailed summaries of the findings. It's a lot of reading. Audit round the corner from Seth Givens, NCPD to Psy Swear Engine. What's up, Chumster? You know about that audit in your lab is coming up, right? Maybe get those invoices for Wu all squared away, huh? Don't you get enough of your own paperwork to push around? Leave the invoices for Wu to me. I'll make sure our little piggies don't go hungry. Okay. Jeez, from Jean-Paul Petit to Yolanda Castaneda. You read Kuzma's email congratulating Yowen. Eugene must have been very, pleased with her strides. I'm not surprised. I mean, she cozies up with that cop, then all of a sudden gets an NCPD contract? What a coinkydink, huh? Exactly. Some conflict of interest going on. This leads outside. So obviously it's going to be in this room. Is this supposed to replicate like a child's room? B.A. Guzainov, respiration and intercellular spaces. The theory of imperil, though overly simplistic and never formulated along the lines required by modern scientific inquiry, is in fact useful as a general principle. Scientists today are all too ready to consign visionaries of previous ages to the dustbin of history simply because they deal with questions of spirituality, putting them supposedly at odds with contemporary theories. If indeed a person has a self, how can we therefore doubt that the self affects the body? If it exists, then it must exercise influence. In fact, this was proven only a few weeks ago by a group of scientists at the University of Toledo. A study conducted on laboratory mice showed a correlation between regular meditation and a 20% increase in lifespan. The fatal effects of modern shamanism. Sensational mice in Toledo. You had mice meditate? How'd you do that? Some perfume, a toy gun. BD chair. Designed to provide users with maximum convenience. Really? Whoa, what the fuck did you do? Medical records, okay. Oh yeah, you can see all the names. Okay, no, it's all the same. It's the same texture for all of them. Like, these should have different names. But I guess they were too lazy to have them be different. Imperil poisoning. Imperil, which attracts danger, is the poison resulting from irritability. This poison, a quite substantial one, is deposited against the walls of the nerve channels and then spreads through the entire organism. Just some science article. Symbols and dreams, electric sheep and unicorns. Shock me like electric sheep. Can't go in there. I guess we'll go there later.
Hey, River! Think I got it!
Found something?
Not yet.
Anthony Harris. Let's try these drawers.
Say, River, why not just have a janitor crack a door for you?
Can't risk getting scolded for sniffing around somebody else's case. Yowen!
Hi.
What are you doing here? You got kicked off the force.
Wait, you
Just
did?
suspended, actually.
What did she mean by that?
He hasn't told you.
Yawen, please, listen to me.
Aren't you in enough trouble already?
Harris kidnapped my nephew.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But we store evidence here, and we have strict protocols.
Protocols. Talking about his nephew's life here. A child's life.
This is an ongoing police investigation. Go, please. Get out now!
Can't leave without Peter Pan's dreams.
I'll say it one last time. Out!
Damn it, Yawen. Who the fuck do you think you are? Remember your first med school exam? You know the one. Passed it with flying colors. Gotta remember it. Ladies' room erupted in flame. They evacuated everybody for 2 hours.
I cannot believe you would throw that in my face. I never wish to see you here again. Especially you.
Who, me or him?
This man, he only takes. He never gives anything back.
Barely know River. We just work together.
Yeah, I don't really know you.
Do not believe any promise he makes.
Good tip, thanks. But we're wasting time.
Harris's dream, BD. Where is it?
He isn't dreaming.
What? Why?
Because he's dead?
A bullet damaged his cerebral cortex. We get only dissonant urges. Pieces.
Can I see that?
I'd like to...
Try audiovisual stimulation.
But he isn't on the spectrum.
A favorite song or movie helps you reach the kids. Might be worth a try.
I am aware of the similarity. Hypothalamus stimulation and hormone production.
Sorry, I need to take a shot for the thumbnail.
But
Proceed.
Harris is not a child. I have never tried the procedure on an adult.
Any reason you haven't?
Because, unlike River, I went to med school and studied neuroscience. And not by reading about it over someone's shoulder on the metro.
I guess we don't have a choice but to have her try it, huh? Like that's that or nothing? Alright.
Let's try it.
We don't even know his preferences.
I'll find something. That mean you're willing to try?
Just go. I'll open the front door for you.
Let's ride, V. I know exactly where to start.
Ooh, we can ask her about that?
Say, by the way, what do you know about biochips? Arasaka's relic in particular.
Well, it's designed to store a person's neural engram. Sorry. Just imagine copying over a person's memories and personality.
Right, I get that. I'm more curious what happens if the stored engram overwrites the engrams of the chip carrier.
Overwrite? I'm not even sure that's possible. Why do you ask?
Nah, never mind.
No
Not
reason.
a big deal.
Just
Thanks.
curious. Thanks. Do you mind if I check that?
Say, by the way, what do you know about biochip?
Okay. So, River, you lied to me. You're suspended. So you're working on this in an unofficial way. Again, a very classic story. I wish you hadn't lied to me, though.
Cops seem to like you. Could be this one sniffing around for something extra.
I mean, he's alright.
No, River's all right.
Yeah.
Can tell you got something to say, so say it.
Me? No. Just maybe this cop's flying straight in your pants.
Quite an observation on human behavior coming from a fucking stack of data in my head.
Don't have to say it like that. Poor Johnny. And whoop, he's gone. I love when you just look away and he's gone. I really don't get any impression that River is into me at all. So like, I don't know why you're saying that. if he ends up being a romance option, he sure hasn't shown any indication of that so far. Like, this is only our second mission together. So, you lied to me. Well, lie of a mission, I guess.
Okay, let me hear it.
Lost your badge. Didn't tell me about it. Why?
I don't know.
Ashamed, I guess?
Makes you a bit of a lead head, doesn't it?
That'd do. It's just, it's not easy for me to talk about what's biting in my ass.
I'm sure.
Fair enough. Could tell me where we're headed, though.
To Joss's. Randy's mom. She thinks he just ran away from home. For now, keep the kidnapping between us.
You didn't tell her? Tell me more about Randy, his dad. I mean, I guess his dad is dead.
Gonna tell me why we aren't trying to find Harris's apartment?
That's a house. I doubt he's keeping his victims in his basement.
Well, no, but we're supposed to find out
Besides,
more
we are
about him.
trying. Want to see if we can find some connection to Harris at Randy's.
Pretty weak lead.
Yeah.
Best we can hope for just now.
Not worried Yawen's gonna toe the line? Rat you out to her superiors?
Used to be friends. Doubt she'd do that. Plus, not that I'd use it, but I do know one skeleton she'd prefer remain tucked in her closet.
Okay.
I think Yawen will actually help us, all things considered.
Yeah. These tiffs of ours always end up the same way. I'll tell you about it over a beer sometime.
Well, let's focus on the mission for now.
Really ought to focus on finding Randy now.
Of course.
But I don't get it. If we're trying to establish his preferences so that we can send signals to his brain, shouldn't we be going to Harris's house to try and learn more about him? Alright, let's skip this.
Alright, this is it. Sure been a while. I used to come over every weekend, a long time ago.
And changed it all since?
Places like this never change.
Where are we? Kind of on the outside of town. Not sure why I'm even helping you at this point, but I guess we're in this together.
Lovely neighborhood.
Anything else to add? Didn't even wait for me to look away before disappearing. Are you sure you can just waltz in here? Aquarium simulates the freshwater environment of the Amazon basin from the mid-21st century. The Long Return, aftermath of the Great Nomad Tragedy. Most sources indicate that the governments of Peru, Brazil, and Chile have come to a solution for the so-called nomad problem. In an attempt to prevent the illegal transnational movement and typically temporary settlement of nomad clans across the South American continent, they plan to seal all borders to undocumented persons of dubious origin. Sounds a bit familiar right now, doesn't it? Protestations from scholars, human rights groups, and even corporate representatives have thus far been ignored. Some corporations have voiced concerns that stifling the flow of migrant work could lead to economic decline and unpredictable social unrest. For example, some experts predict the local Brazilian workforce will simply be too small to meet the employment demands of ongoing major agrocorp ventures. This push for tightened anti-nomad immigration policies comes as yet another heavy blow from South American governments against an already heavily targeted demographic. More information continues to surface about the so-called Long Return, where hundreds of thousands of nomads lost their jobs without warning and had their equipment, much of it personal, not company property, illegally seized by government authorities. Most laborers were relocated from North America specifically for this work, and without corporate support, were forced to vacate the hazardous area formerly home to the Amazon rainforest in a week's time. With their only lifeline suddenly severed and no legal basis for staying, many dozens of thousands attempted to find a way home, even if that meant walking much of that distance. Ugh. Initial reports show staggering figures for the number who died during this mass exodus. Many still ask why. Who benefits from these anti-nomad policies and border closures, if not the South American nations or corporations? Many speculate that lobbyists from Orbital Air and other lunar colony representatives played a key part. Their objective, some allege, is to limit opportunities for migrant contract work so more will be forced for the sake of survival to accept employment in the notoriously difficult labor conditions of low Earth orbit and on the moon. They just want to send these people like far away as to the moon if they can. It's a very familiar story and quite relevant in this day and age, I will say. What is this pose? What is this stance you're taking?
You either got business with me or news about my Randy. Wouldn't drag your butt out here if you didn't.
Joss, meet V.
Hello.
So V, is this about my Randy?
Oh, I can just tell her. I do really want to... If that's his mother, how does she not already know? Like, you would think the police would have questioned her? Like, are the police actually on the case? That's what River said, but like maybe he was lying? If really they are on the case, how could they possibly not have questioned her about it? I feel like she does deserve to know. But at the same time, she's only going to be worrying even more if we tell her. And River did ask me to keep it between us, but like, man, like, really going to keep something like that from the mom? I mean, sure, she's going to be even more worried if she knows, but like, I feel like not knowing, you would be so worried anyways. Like, it's probably all she can think about. But, you know, he did ask us to keep it for ourselves, so I guess I will just as a favor to him, but it's kind of fucked up that you don't want to tell her.
Joss, I don't know how to say this, but...
Are you just going to tell her yourself?
Was abducted.
Oh, well, never the fuck mind.
But he's alive, right? River! Tell me, damn it!
Police caught the guy, but he caught a bullet and he's in a coma being watched.
But where's Randy?
We're looking, Joss.
Here?
I mean, they're not really arguing.
Arguing's not gonna help anyone.
He's my child. You got no place telling me how to behave.
That's fair.
Joss.
Listen, we need to look through Randy's things.
Why?
To find any lead we can. Trust me, Joss.
Just don't destroy anything. Randy doesn't like it when anyone pokes through his stuff.
No, of course.
Let's go, V.
The kids are playing outside. Tell them it's time to eat.
Joss Kutcher.
Hang in there, Joss.
I don't think it really matters what I say to her. Dubai, sand and death. I heard a troubling click. My Geiger counter, may it rest in peace. I stood on a glass surface, some parts smooth as ice, others cracked and jagged. The earth I walked on was formed from smelted sand after a thermonuclear bomb detonated here, one of the 5 that fell on Dubai. I recalled old stills from the end of the 20th century. Skyscrapers like crystal obelisks touching the sky, supercars, palm trees. Now, nothing. Like a surreal frozen sea blanketed by the irradiated dust of the Arabian Peninsula and glinting under the desert sun. But nearby in the city's former suburbs, life continues on. Difficult, brutal, cutthroat, but life nonetheless. Few dare venture outside without a hazmat suit, makeshift or otherwise. Any sort of dwelling must be built with concrete walls, measuring at least 13 feet thick. and without a single window. This offers survival, yes, but to what end? Unlike in the corporate haven of New Dubai erected deeper into the Arabian Gulf, the average life expectancy in Old Dubai is a mere 30 years. That's very bad. Still, some have found advantages to life here. No visitors, neither Netwatch nor any corporate special forces unit will deploy here. This land of glass and dust has become asylum for some of the world's most wanted criminals. Some say they are only biding their time until an early death delivers them to hell. Some say they are already there. Can I say anything? Ooh. Look at that. Very old L together with glue. Huh. Just hang in there. We'll find them.
Can't be easy, raising 3 kids on your own.
Well, it wasn't any easier with my husband. In fact, the best days were when he didn't come home.
Yikes.
There were times I wished he'd disappear for a month, just to not have him hang around.
That bad, huh?
His bike in the highway, that was his world. But at home, let me tell you a story. This one time he took Dorian into the city. Had some errand to run, just father and son. He came back that night, dead-ass drunk, raging at me for calling the cops on him.
Did you?
River found him in some dive and brought Dorian home.
So you didn't call the cops, it just happens that your brother is a policeman.
Must have been a relief then, when he left.
For weeks, I cried every night. My husband was killed. The father of my children.
I'm sorry.
Randy changed. He locked up. Not to mention the other 2 I still had to raise. Life was rough with him and without him. Sometimes there's no solution.
Yeah.
How'd he die?
The Aldecaldos told me he died an honorable death. Whatever the hell that means. They showed me his body, where his face used to be. Couldn't see the honor in that.
The Aldecaldos, did they kill him? I mean, they might have had a good reason.
Let's, change this subject.
So that's River's sister. They don't really look alike. I mean, they might not be blood related, so who knows, but they don't really look that much alike. Skulls, plastic trinket. Look at them. Huh. Oh, she might not be the sister of River. She might just be the wife of River's brother. I can't remember which one she is. I know he mentioned it, but I don't... Was that some cigarettes? Is this kid smoking cigarettes? Greetings from depression. That sounds bad. I was 15 years old, set to fail 4 of my classes at school, but I could barely get out of bed, much less drag myself to the bathroom and take a shower. At first my parents were worried, treating me gently, but after a few weeks their patience began to run out. And that's when it started. Snap out of it. Just go for a run, you'll feel better. Why don't you talk to your friends? Quit feeling sorry for yourself. What do you even have to be sad about? Other people have it worse. Worse that even after 10 years of therapy, medication, a stint in a psychiatric ward and many, many relapses of depression still ring in my ears. Anywhere, anytime, every day, and they still cut just as deep. Yep, for having gone through depression myself, I can tell you being told that it doesn't really help, but, you know, people just mean well, they're trying to help, it's not really their fault. You know, they're trying, it's not that simple. A lot of room. This is kind of a shitty house, but I guess they're very poor. Review Bloody Bout 7, what went wrong? Just when we thought Macroware was done putting out unfinished games, we get this piping hot plate of spaghetti code. Frankly, I don't even know where to start. From the story mode, which feels like it was cobbled together from the half-baked ideas of 6 writers working in different time zones, to the non-intuitive tutorials, to the ridiculous lag that had me up making a fresh cup of coffee between each punch, and finally to the head-scratching localization foul-ups. Honestly, the dialogues make no sense in any language. What the hell were they originally written in? Swiss? Little kid writing reviews for games? How about that? I wish I had like a flashlight. Sometimes it's really dark in this game and there's no way to have a light that I know of. Maybe there's a mod for that, but... Guide to the net. All these posters. They be like drawing on the walls. I guess it doesn't really matter. So where's the kid's room?
What's on your mind?
I think all the women in your life have character.
That's the trailer. Eyes peeled for details there.
Hey kids.
Monique, Dorian. Hey guys.
Is this your girlfriend?
Just a friend.
We're just friends for now.
You gonna stay over?
We'll see. Your mom's waiting for you with dinner.
They seem like they like you. Oh wait. Maybe that was River's room. Is he the one that had depression when he was 15? Oh, it might have been his room that we went in. Just realized that, because like...
This is their old trailer. Randy moved in when I bought him a new one.
Real hellhole. Like in my good old days.
You check around, I'll check the trash.
Okay. Because she said she has 3 kids, and the 2 we just saw, they're pretty young, and like the other one who got kidnapped must be also pretty young. Like he's definitely not older than 15. Look for clues to help find Randy. I really feel like we would get more clues if we check the kidnapper's house than the kidnappee, right? Am I wrong? What's this? Some drugs in Randy's bathroom. I mean, if he lived in his own little trailer, he might have been a bit older, I guess.
Drugs.
Let's not go there.
Society's fault.
That review again. Like, I could really use a flashlight here. It's really dark. I'm not gonna steal the guy's savings. Come on. Okay, he must like live here by himself. Tainted Overlord. Big fan, I guess.
Tainted Overlord.
Favorite band?
You know him well.
Used to send him an album every year for his B-Day. Jeez. Can still see the nicks from those first years we measured the kids.
You know, River is going against the law by investigating this, even though he's been kicked off the force, but you can totally understand it. Like, of course he would. You know, if it was someone in your family that got kidnapped,
his favorite hoodie in the closet.
You would too. Hard work. Okay, so yeah, he is pretty old. Why did he get kidnapped then if he's like older? Tainted Overlord. Liberum Arbitrium. Dear Mother departs. The old die quietly, their dry hands giving a faint rustle as they fall for the last time. They tend to depart this world in November, as the darkest hour of the night. At the darkest hour of the night, when dawn seems just as far off as the spring that will never return. They leave little behind, a small stack of last century's newspapers, a few chipped cups, clothes already smelling of the casket. Under their closed eyelids flits a muted kaleidoscope of memories, flashing by in no particular order. They die with their gaze fixed on the hardening diorama of a long life that, in its final moments, always seems to have been far too short. That must be him with his girlfriend. Nice that there's more than one picture. They've done such a great job with like the environments, because like this feels like a real room for like some, I guess, older teenager, you know? He's got pictures of his girlfriends, little posters, a bunch of books, clothing, you know, shit on the wall, stickers on the desk. So much detail. Vote Gavin. Shit hits the fan. Medical certificate, 3rd class, student pilot certificate. Kamatari Himura has met the medical standards prescribed in Part 68 Aviation Regulations for the class of medical certificate. Must wear corrective lenses. Signed, Jack Punzelen, MD. Are these all like actual documents related to him, or are they just like kind of generic documents that you just always find? Because sometimes loving you makes me hurt myself more. We all want happy ending in our lives, but how can we create a happy ending? Maybe it's time to ask ourselves what we really want in this life. What makes you happy? What makes your heart flutter? Start doing the things that makes you happy. Something that will catch your interest. This might fill the emptiness you're feeling right now. Try to go out with your friends. Watch your favorite movie. Soul searching is a way of freeing your mind, your heart, your body, and your soul from all the things that aren't working for you right now. Enough time will help you decide what you should do. Talk to your friends. Seek a company that will make you feel home. Friends will help you ease the pain, but at the end of the day, you have all the control of your life. Family is one of the greatest gifts from above. Don't take them for granted. They are the people who will never leave you. They will support you all the way. Whatever life hits you, you know they have your back. Keeping them close will definitely help you grow. Sometimes we have different goals, different ideologies. These may lead to disagreement. In order to keep a healthy relationship, we should at least compromise so we can fix the problem. May not fix easily, but at least we took a fixing it. There should be a give and take on both sides. Himura Kamatari? Wait, date of examination June 26, 2020? This is like a super old document. What the fuck? I don't think these documents have anything to do with Randy. I think they're just like generic textures, I guess, to have like papers on his desk. But I don't know. Interesting. Television.
Expensive tech. Randy had the scratch for this?
You're joking.
He seems a little poor for a computer like this, but then again, everyone's got these computers.
No chance Randy could afford hardware like this. Way too pricey.
How the hell have you not come here to look through this stuff before messaging me? Like, haven't you been investigating this disappearance this whole time before contacting me?
We gotta get in, but I doubt anyone knows the password. Can you crack it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'll try.
Let me give it a shot.
Yeah, that's very easy. They really don't want you to mess that up. Giving you a super easy one.
Eureka.
Help me scour this, will you?
Let's see, 3 files.
Something deeply fucked about that cartoon. My skin's crawling.
You know, it's just kind of... By a glint of the sword, Randy Kutcher. Is he writing fanfiction? Volume 1 of the Blades of Doom trilogy, Chapter 1, Ghosts of Ancestor Salvation. A silhouette of a gaunt female figure began to take shape among the ebb of the inky fog. By its long braid, the woman held a severed head, only one eye socket clearly visible. Decay had already long begun to melt the face's flesh, exposing the white of bone underneath. The other side fared much better. Then, without uttering a sound, the woman shifted her gaze to pierce the eyes of the weary warrior. "Come, kill me! I am ready for death," she shouted with a cold intensity, prepared to meet her end at last. I'm so sorry, Randy. Maybe you were not prepared for people to read your fanfiction. It would be so embarrassing, like you get kidnapped, and then when you get found, you learn that the people looking for you also went through your computer and like read all your stuff. It's like, oh no. Like that's even worse than being kidnapped. Balberith, 2043-2066, genius or psychopath? Black metal has produced countless charismatic characters, but the uniqueness of Aidan Burroughs, known also by monikers Nama and Balberith, is perhaps in a class of its own in the genre. Vocalist, guitarist, bassist, songwriter, ideologue, some call him a genius, others a fucking psychopath. When a person like Burroughs becomes defined by polar extremes, it's no wonder when he begins to arouse curiosity outside the metal world. There's no diminishing the lasting mark he's left in black metal, but even music more broadly. Most agree he was the driving influence for a new wave of metal artists and bands, like Tainted Overlord, who have managed to claw their way up from the bowels of metal hell to the almost mainstream music scene. Okay. 9 messages. Sorry, from Anthony, 34, to Brandy.
They caught Harris in a vehicle like that.
I meant to call, sorry.
Street. Shit, River, I remember that day. He lives close to an old school.
You mean the day when they blocked the streets when we were with Jackie, like at the beginning of the game? I meant to call, sorry. Spent half the day sitting in my Thornton. Police had all of Watson blocked off and I was stuck in traffic for hours trying to cross town. Okay, I guess the reason we're not going to Anthony's place is because we don't know where it is. Shouldn't River already have access to this information? I guess because he got kicked off the force, he doesn't have access to, like, their data on the guy that got captured, but that's strange that he wouldn't have this information. I kind of live in an area where I used to go to school, but it looks all different now, so trying to find ways past all those jams made it easy to get all turned around. Hope you're not mad? So they were messaging each other? Hey, no problem. I needed to help my mom anyways, etc, etc. Do you have everything ready at your place? Almost.
True angel of empathy, this guy, huh?
From Brandy to Anthony. I just wanted to say thanks. Guess in general I'm just holding on to the thought that there are more people like me out there dealing with the same shit. Why are you helping us anyways? I used to be like you, like all of you. I wasn't spared any of life's cruel twists and turns. Worst of it was when my best friend died. Shit, sorry to hear that. Can I ask what happened? Rare muscle disease. His body just got weaker and weaker until he was a shadow of himself. I wanted to help him more than anything, but there was just no possible way I could. Of course, anyone who could help, he couldn't afford. If he just had the means, he could have bought some super drug or a new body or, I don't know. Worse luck than the disease was being born into a poor family. Anyway, that's why I do what I do. I couldn't help my best chum, but just maybe there are some people out the world that can help. Are we sure he got kidnapped? Like maybe... I don't know. Like, yeah, maybe he was texting him under false pretenses and then, like, eventually kidnapped him, but maybe they were actually friends and, like, big trouble in Haywood.
Figured out Randy's identity. Sent him the game as a present.
Hey, I hope you don't mind, but I use my admin privileges to find you in real life. That is your home address. Sorry. Hope it's not too weird. It's definitely fucking weird. Like, if I was texting someone under, like, an alias online, and then they sent me a message saying, like, oh, by the way, found out where you live. It's like, that's a huge red flag. But I had a good reason. There's a gift on its way. A game called Big Trouble in Haywood. You know it? Anyway, hope you like it. Have fun. Okay, that's really bad. Why couldn't you just send the game via, like, the net? Fucked up again.
This guy baited Randy like a pro.
I'm toking again. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep doing it. I guess I'm just a piece of shit. You're a perfectly normal person, Randy. You're just like anyone with a organic heart still beating in their chest. Remember, I'm always here to talk to understand you, to help you. I know you'll recover from this like you always have. It's weird that he found so much comfort, it seems, in this relationship on the net with this stranger when, like, it showed that he has, like, a girlfriend, so... From Natalie to Brandy. Thanks for yesterday. The city from up on that tower looked so beautiful. Honestly, I felt speechless, though maybe that's just because I don't love heights. Really, it was nice, but maybe next time I take you into the city, head to Japantown, grab a bite. You'll love it once you see it. And oh my god, the restaurant my aunt takes me to sometimes, so Nova. Just let me know. Love you, cutie. Yeah, of course. I had fun too. About this restaurant, we'll see. Not sure I'll have time. Hard to promise anything, so we'll see. Hey, you know you don't have to worry about Eddie's. We already talked about this. Just let yourself be invited to something nice for once. Love ya. From Brandy to Anthony.
River, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No. There's no way. Why would he do that?
Not only did they agree to meet, but it looks like Randy was as excited as any kid on his way to a theme park.
Fuck. This creep definitely scrambled Randy's head.
It's just a small thing, but I really wish they said this dialogue when you reach the end of the email, like once you've scrolled all the way back, because they said at the beginning and like I haven't had time to read, you know? Tell you what, I think your site's really Nova. Think I'm ready to finally meet up in person. Same time and place you wrote before? Cause man, I just can't wait now. Ah! That's right, same as we agreed. Makes me happy to hear you're happy. Just one tiny request. Delete that first email I sent, just in case. Don't want anyone sniffing around something that doesn't concern them. Oh man. Are people really that naive? Like it's in the fucking future? I know some people will always fall prey to like manipulators online, but this is so kind of transparently like suspicious. Family. From Anthony to Brandy. I understand. I didn't have a normal family either. My mom died young and my dad, he just tried to give me a future. It wasn't easy though to make a living on the farm once the cattle pestilence took hold. Eventually it all just fell out beneath his feet. The cattle, the business, deep depression took his life. I tell you this so you know you're not the only one who's lost a father. I understand you so well. The only real difference is it was nomads that stole your dad from you. For me it was corrupt corps and their dirty money grabs. That's why I hide all my activity from corps. Trauma Team and Biotechnico would be all over me in a second if they knew what I got up to. But I don't have to explain all that to you, Randy. You get it. I know you'll keep all this just between us Chumbas. Stay strong, buddy. I know you got it in you. Yeah, he's really like manipulating him. This is pretty fucked. From Brandy to Natalie.
Natalie must have been the only person Randy trusted.
Can we view this page with a link?
Hey Nat, check out the site Drugs Are Bad. When you're there, click on the image, the red one with the people in it. The hell is this? Some kind of cult? Like, how'd you even find this? Just cruising the net, doesn't matter. You alive? From Gail to Brandy. Hey, you won't answer my texts? Won't answer my hollows? Still alive, man? I have a special delivery for you from a Valentino chum of mine. You just gotta pick it up. Anyone in Haywood would give both kidneys for this thing, and I'm still holding it for you free of charge like some gonk. Do me a favor and answer, cause I'm starting to get pissed. Drugs are
some
bad.
kind of link. The one Randy wrote about?
Let's find out.
Who we are, our mission, stay clean, contact us. You said to click the picture? It's never too late to change. Addiction can be defeated. Yes, to fight addiction is to go to war for your life. But together, hand in hand, we can emerge victorious. We know who the enemy is, how to outsmart him, his tricks and unexpected blows. We know where he strikes, how much force he uses, his weak points, and how to drive him back. For years, we've been researching the most effective strategies to fight drug addiction. Now we're putting them in practice. Together, we can change your destiny because it's never too late to change. about? We're the only non-profit organization in Night City that helps drug addicts. I highly doubt that. We assist in diagnosing addictions, understanding their causes, and finding the right treatment for everyone. After your treatment is complete, it's all about making sure our innovative wellness and support program does everything it can to prevent a relapse. If you're in a dark place in your life, we're offering you a helping hand. You can trust us. Our mission: we save lives. Drug overdose deaths are steadily on the rise. This is nothing less than an epidemic that is decimating our society, and young people most of all. If we continue to ignore what's right in front of us, thousands of young people will die within the next decade. We won't let this happen. We hope you won't either. Stay clean. Beating addiction is only the first step. For most, the real challenge is what happens after your treatment. Suddenly you have to go back to your normal life, but normal meant using regularly. The streets being what they are, it's easy to fall back into old habits. We can help you stay clean and support you for as long as you need. You'll always be able to come to us for help. Together we'll stay clean and undefeated. Contact us at ncitydrugsarebad.pub. You can count on us.
A hidden page set up by Anthony Harris.
Christ. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Tony's Shelter. Welcome, lost stranger. Good to see you, friend. Welcome to Tony's Haven. The place you've been looking for, the place where you can become the best version of yourself, thanks to Tony. I live here with my friends. They come here because they were fed up with seeing their life go to waste, just like you. Think of me as a farmer who looks after his livestock. Get acquainted and stick around. Together we'll show those old farms what we're capable of. No idea what I'm talking about? Don't worry. I'll explain everything in good time. But it's time for you to decide. Do you want to remain a shadow of yourself, or become the person you always dreamed of being? Come on down. Join us.
Jesus, River, this is fucked. That guy preyed on troubled kids, made habit to target boys like Randy.
That's so
bad. This is my fault. If I just paid more attention. Just talked with him more.
Hey, come on. You're not the one at blame here.
I mean, of course you would. I know who you are. You're the boy that's been rejected by society, left to fend for himself, misunderstood by his family and deprived of real friends. I was once like you. You can stay here as long as you like because you just found your new home. I have a secret special treatment that'll not only get you back on your feet, but will also free up that weight from your mind and shoulders, make you limitless. Everything you need to bust out of your shackles, you'll find them in my haven. You'll become superhuman, resistant to sickness, strong, healthy, invincible. But before we do that, how about we get to know each other first? Shoot over a message at Anthony34. Remember, you're one of the chosen ones. What was he getting out of this? Is this about, like, is this a sexual thing? Is this about killing them? Like, what exactly is he after?
There was a file here.
Deleted, looks like, but the name's still there.
That name. Wasn't the video file on Randy's comp called something like that?
Yeah.
Hey, look. The name of this cartoon matches the missing file on Harris's page.
That's what we needed to find for Yawin. V, we've got it.
Randy must have downloaded it.
Sure, but V, don't you get it? This could be the key to Harris's mind.
Here's hoping.
Hey, can you use any of that Netrunner magic to shake anything else out of this?
Get Harris's IP address? How would I do that? Oh, 20? Sorry, man.
Not that kind of magician.
Oh, okay. We'll have to manage without it.
That cartoon, River, could be what we've been looking for. Said yourself we need something that'd get Harris to dream. Send it to Yawin.
Right. Sending it now. Okay. So she'll
Sorry,
get
I
back
need
to
to
me
take
by
pictures for the thumbnails.
And that I am a son of a bitch. And, come on. Let's grab a bite.
Shit, man. There was other stuff I could look at though. I should have looked at that last. I didn't know that was the thing that was going to progress the quest. And that is so fucked up. I'm going to make a save and then I'll reload the previous save to look at everything else in the house, and then I load back this save.
Locked. Know where the key might be?
Nope.
A key required. Okay, so if we can find the key somewhere. Printing ink and bodily fluids. Typical... Excuse me. Printing ink and bodily fluids? Oh no. Typical items in a teenager's room. How old is he? Where would the key be? Top grade quality, device excellent, disc is scratched, audiophile, fanatic of dark music styles. Randy's guitar made from mahogany and spruce, 2069. Nice. Strings are loose, hasn't been used for a while. More of that tainted overlord. Victory at all costs, the boardroom massacre of 64. Tequila Especial. Get high at home. Oh, there's the key. Randy's antique key. Looks like it could be 100 years old. Brass, dust, and fingerprints suited to old-fashioned lockers.
Got some kind of key here. Real fossil.
Not quite what we're looking for, no.
Says you. I think we might get something interesting from that. And there's something under the bed too. What's all the way over there? Also, he has a girlfriend, but then he has like these kinds of magazines.
Some kind of game here. Shipping code on it.
Wait, what? Shipping code? Can I not look at it? Shipping code. Open it again. Can I not open it again? That was the game that you was sent by the guy. But like it went away so fast. You know what would be cool is like if some items gave you bonuses to your rolls. Like let's say there was an item that gave you like +5 reflexes or something, then I could have done the IP thing, but that doesn't seem to be an option. I will say, you know, we've only done the one mission together, so like I didn't really feel that close to River, but involving his family like this and like,
listen,
you know,
let's
it
not
makes
worry
me
Joss
feel
more than we need to, huh? We're hot on the trail. We'll know more tomorrow. That's it.
Okay. If you say so. I mean, you're the one that decided to tell her the truth right after telling me not to tell her. But yeah, I was gonna say, he probably just messaged me kind of out of desperation because like he needed a mercenary's help to go through this. And like I was the only one he knew, or at least the more recent one he had worked with. So he messaged me without even really knowing me all that well, but I guess he got a good feeling from me the first time around. And you know, I don't really mind helping him, but going through this, like one of his family members being kidnapped, being fucking like targeted and manipulated by someone online and then like kidnapped, it definitely makes me feel a lot closer to him right away because we're getting like this, you're getting this very deep glimpse into his personal life and like his family life, and like it's the kind of thing that makes you feel much closer to them. And I think this game does a really great job at like introducing these NPCs, you know, like Judy, like Panam, like River, and very quickly making you feel very close because you go through some really like kind of disturbing and like emotional and like difficult stuff together, and that has the very real effect of making you feel much closer in a very short time. that's one positive about a world like Night City and like Cyberpunk is like it doesn't feel that far-fetched that all this fucked up shit would be happening to all the people around you. And so it's a great tool for the writers to kind of like fast forward you into these like deeper relationships that maybe in some other game or like a different setting, it wouldn't really have happened that fast, or like it wouldn't have felt right for it to be kind of precipitated like that.
Dorian, please.
But in this game, it works well.
Joss, we're finished.
All done. Off to bed then.
We left some for you, Uncle River.
Thanks, Monique.
She left you half a burger, half a cheeseburger.
Tell me you found something.
Looks like Randy knew his kidnapper.
Oh, that's
They
not
were
what I
in
wanted to
touch.
say. I just wanted to
Why
say
would
that
he
we had
do
the
something
lead.
like that?
You know him. Kids look for help in the wrong places.
When's the last time you ate?
The thing only said we found a strong lead. Why couldn't I just say that and leave it at that? But no, V has to say, oh yeah, he knew the guy online. He was kidnapped by a guy online. It's like, that's not my fault. That's the game with the lines they show you never match what you're gonna say.
Yesterday.
Have mine. I'm not hungry.
I bet.
Thanks. Maybe later.
Have some of this low poly burger. Are the kids okay?
River, tell me, and be honest. Will you find him?
I mean, I want to be reassuring,
River's a hell of an investigator. Brandy's good as found.
but she
Won't
might
give
have
up
to prepare
until I
for the
do,
worst.
Joss.
He might not
Joss,
be alive when we find him,
Mind
but
if he takes Randy's trailer for the night?
No. Sure.
oh, okay. I
Staying,
couldn't-
right? You gotta help me see this through. To the end.
Sure. I mean, I would have just gone back home and come back in the morning, but all right.
Of course I'll stay.
Find your way all right?
Yep. Gonna go hit the sack soon.
And he's leaving. Oh. What about you, River? Where are you going? Okay, well, bye. I was gonna go see the kids.
V, wake up.
Not done sleeping.
What is it?
Yawin called. It worked. The cartoon. He's dreaming.
You got the BD?
Right here. Slot it in. Jack into the computer. I want to see it on the monitor.
Wait, what? When the fuck do you have time to go and get that? Jeez. Oh, okay. All right.
That doc of yours is quick. Not bad.
I really need to go eat. It's gonna be an even longer episode than the one before. What is a dream gonna look like?
What's the matter with you, Anthony? I have to report this. I hope you understand that.
What are you eating?
This
Boogers?
isn't normal behavior. Anthony, you killed Liam's turtle.
He's dreaming about
He was sick.
flashbacks.
He wouldn't eat, stayed in his shell. I just wanted to help him.
By injecting him with HGH? What were you thinking? Is this something your father taught you?
My
Good
father is
people
dead.
took you in, extended their trust. This is how you repay them? Your friend died. I understand. But that is no excuse.
Fuck you.
What did you just say?
You heard me.
Okay, I've had enough. Principal's gonna hear about this. Your foster parents, too. I see. Like father, like son.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Don't you dare talk about my dad!
That's right, you little shit. I know it all. Farm failed. Dad put a bullet in his head.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! You can't talk about my dad, you prick! You can't! You can! He was sick, weak. I just wanted to help him.
Oh, that's weird. How can a dream be turned into a BD that you can then like navigate like that? That's so weird.
Sid, what's the matter with you, Anthony? I have to report this. I hope you understand.
That's his teacher. Cheap, well-worn Night City, mid-2040s. Bulletin, drugs are bad. Memorial to the 2044 school shooting.
It was a case study back at the academy. Give me a sec to check which school that was. Laguna Bend. Looks like the whole town got flooded in the 50s. Well, at least we know the general area where Harris lived.
Guess that'd be that. Trophy, old one. Dating from 2042, first place in an interscholastic wrestling tournament.
Damn, how can you even see that?
Don't you dare talk about my dad!
That's right, you little shit. I know it all. Farm failed. Dad put a bullet in his head.
Talk about my dad, you prick! You can't! You can't! He was...
The hell? Why are these shoes and this thing like warm? Why would you get multiple layers in like a brain dance like this?
Tony! Where you going now? Come here!
Coming!
Tony, come here!
Yeah, Dad?
You forget something?
You can't remember his dad's face?
I asked you a question!
I don't know.
Choline, I'm at thionine levels. See anything odd?
Too low?
You were supposed to check before school. What do you gotta say for yourself? Cow's gonna die because of you. Gonna kill it like you killed your mama.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, just dial up her hormones.
Oh, that's horrible. There was like a plague and all the cows were dying.
That goddamn cartoon! How many times I gotta tell you not to leave it like that, hmm? Half the day I spent trying to turn that shit off.
That is the thing, isn't it? Like, all these weirdos and these criminals, like, they usually have some kind of backstory that explains, like, their fucked up issues and, like... Ugh. Of course, like, a lot of this stuff would traumatize a kid and, like, give them all kinds of problems and... like, just trauma and... Oh, he saw that cartoon.
Ah, that's our cartoon. Little Tony really seemed to love it.
Guess that'd be that.
Harris looks even younger here.
Yeah. I feel bad, you know, he was just a kid who loved animals. I'm sure, like, he tried to care for this cow and, like, it was no use. The cow was dying and they were, like, pumping all these hormones into it. That's just horrible. Let's save. I'm really hungry. I need to take a break and go eat, so I'm just gonna do that and then come back, and you guys won't even notice. All right, I'm back, ready to finish this quest. Sorry for the break. Right, we're scanning the dream. Let's keep going. That's his father.
Got no way to ID him. Kid's father was a real hard ass.
Anthony Harris's father, male, farmer's build, mid-21st century Texas origin, physical resemblance to Anthony Harris. I wonder why we can't see his face. Is that like part of the dream? Like, of course he would remember his father's face, so like... And we could see the face of the guy at his school, so it's not like there's a built-in technology to the BD that like removes people's faces. It's strange. Maybe like subconsciously refuses to remember him or something like that.
Looks like a
Console.
cattle bioscanner for checking vitals.
Controls automated systems in the barn.
Cattle injectors for hormones, antibiotics. People ate meat loaded with this shit.
Yeah, instead of eating worms, that's what we ate.
Supplements in the feed for disease-free livestock.
Apple flavored hormones. How nice. Nothing else. Next section. The fuck? What was that? Why is there a guy crawling in the farm? Oh, there's about to be some traumatic shit incoming, that's for sure. Wait, there's people? These are all people. Oh, maybe that's what he's doing now? This is what he's doing now at his farm? This is just outside Night City. Is this... Please tell me that's not the kid.
And where are you up to, Mike? Come here, you rascal. You'll hurt yourself. Tony'll take good care of you. Easy now.
Oh, this is really bad. Oh, jeez. The good thing is that there's a... I would say there's a pretty good chance that...
This might be the place, V. It's a recent memory. Gotta be his hideout.
There's a fairly good chance that the kid is still alive if he's keeping them like kind of
Got some cables.
tubed up. Used for powering farm device.
Got a clock. An hour to midnight. Looks like Peter Pan turned this farm into a goddamn final bastion.
Can I see his face? No. You can kind of see him. Oh man, this is some fucked up shit.
Fuel. Must have been an auto shop or something here at some point.
Fuel barrels once stored the lifeblood of the globalized economy, now empty. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck me. Treats the kidnapped boys like
For
cattle.
what? Like, what does he get out of that? Enlarged thyroid, muscular atrophy, brain receiving beta waves. What is he doing exactly? Like, what is he getting out of this? I think he's got a limp. Or he's just walking weird.
Look, another one.
Pumped with hormones, unconscious.
Fire department cert stamp right here. City South. Perfect.
Okay, certifies Night City Fire Department approval. They came through here and they didn't see any of this? Uh-oh, okay, someone did die. Shit.
Don't see Randy anywhere.
Okay, no, he's not dead. Rapid heart rate, stimulated, aggressive. The fucking fucked up shit we see in this game is like, it's something else. It's on another level.
Terminal controls the pens. Gotta be another deck somewhere for the mines and turrets.
Mines and turrets, okay. Afraid, nervous, elevated muscle tension. Man, like that person almost made it out. Probably wouldn't have gotten far,
Signage
but...
on the farm model points to petrochem.
Okay.
Hey, the illuminated towers. Promoting the Us Cracks album that came out then. Colors changed every hour.
Look at him walking all creepy like, oh my god, that's like a Silent Hill monster. What are we listening for? Up there. Light and sound effects of a heavy AV.
Trash barge. That's the signal to dump. Has to be a landfill nearby. I think that might be it.
It is so much worse than I thought. I thought maybe you were just like killing the kids.
Okay, so where do we sit now exactly?
We know Harris still lives near an old school that's now underwater. You can see the NC skyline and the Us Cracks towers from the farm. It's a few miles out. Farm's located near a landfill. We know that too. Those towers promoting the Us Cracks album. Colors change regularly, once an hour. So we know the time.
11 at night.
You don't really seem that alarmed.
And that puts the farm east of the city. Southeast, actually. Stamp on the NCFD certificate was from the southern region. Farm model's a petrochem design, so that eliminates any others. Which narrows it down to Edgewood Farm. That's gotta be our
Damn, you
place.
just pulled that out off the top of your head?
Just hope we didn't fuck it up. Come on, we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go now. Like, I'm surprised you're not in more of a hurry after seeing this shit. Now you know what's been happening to your nephew. This is fucking horrible. Why is the key still here? Get to River's car. And it's fucking raining. It's 1:30 a.m. Oh, jeez. Okay, I need to stop the episode. I've been recording for like almost 3.5 hours, so I really need to end the episode here. I know this is a bit of a cliffhanger. I'm really looking forward to the next episode. Hopefully the nephew is still alive. Hopefully we get to stop this fucking freak. I'm impressed by like how much fucked up shit they managed to cram into this game. Like, you always hear about how these cyberpunk settings, they're kind of like, you know, a lot of this stuff is going on, but to actually put it in a game like this, you know, it's rather impressive. You don't really tackle that kind of stuff that often in games, I feel. So, yeah, that's crazy. And like, you know, the mayor stuff was like, that's kind of interesting. You know, who killed the mayors? It's whatever. I went from not really caring all that much about River's questline to now I'm really fucking invested in River's quest. Like, I really want to know where it's going. And like, I hope we manage to help him. But yeah, another super long episode today, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really excited for the next episode. I cannot wait to play some more. So as always, I want to say a big thank you for tuning in today. A big thank you to my patrons for their support. And until the next time, I had fun playing this. I hope you had fun watching it, and I'll see you in the next episode for some more Cyberpunk 2077. and a push and choose.